This is the Saheda joint venture as done by Rebecca Bowers, Cody Calloway, Garrett Harrington, Noelani Kruger, Esteban Laura, Morgan Tomlinson, and Kanita Trinidad. So the product that we decided to sell in the country of India were our water purifiers. And one of the main things we wanted to focus on in the beginning and why we decided to go with this product, in the Hindu culture, water represents life. It is fertile, it is wise, and they consider that it is pure. Our goal is to give people the opportunity to access clean, pure water. And looking at this slide here, this is going to be some of the products that will come with our water filter. So you can see here the idea is very basic. It's a bottle that has our custom-made water filter inside that gives someone the opportunity to take water that may not be clean and quickly and easily convert it into clean, pure, drinkable water so that they can get one of the most basic necessities of life, and they can get it very easily. So if you look over our slide here, you can see starting with number one, that's the bottle. That's what you're going to drink out of. Number two here, you're going to see it kind of broken down. From top left to bottom right, you've got filters, you've got your lid, you've got the actual bottle, everything comes in, and then you have our custom filter, which is made from carbon and ceramic and offers some of the best water filtration technology currently available in the world. So moving on to just look over our product here a little bit more. So we are going to be working with the Chinese supplier, Shenzhen Blueberry Health Company. And what they are going to do is they are going to help us with part of our filter and give us some of the things we need to help make that filter. And so looking at this, you can see that what we're looking at is a sediment filter. So this is actually something found in nature. When you look at your rainwater that has to travel through the soil and then rocks, and then some of the other materials found in the earth, that is some of the cleanest, purest drinking water that you can find. That happens naturally out in nature. So what we're trying to do is work with this Chinese supplier, Shenzhen, to use some of these materials to give our customers that same clean, fresh water that can be found in other parts of the world, very readily available. In looking at launching our product in India, we wanted to go over our VRIO, which is our value, our rarity, our imitability, and our organization. And so when we look at the value, we're really able to produce something with exceptional quality at a very low cost. Rarity, our technology is very unique. Our materials are common, but the way we do things, we have our own patented design that is more efficient than what you can find on the market right now. With our unique design, that does give us a temporary advantage. We are the new guy on the block. People tend to flock to what is the newest, the latest, the greatest. And for a moment, with our design and what we have to offer, we will be the new guys on the block, and we do suppose that we will have people that will try to copy us and, make money off of what we're doing. And the last thing is our organization. So a joint venture with an already existing company in India that has that reach and those relationships is going to help our company jump ahead very quickly. Now, if we look at our target market, so why are we looking at going with water purification? So we looked at a survey taken by the Statistical Office in 2019, and what this tells us are the following figures. So 42.9% of Indian households in rural areas have access to clean water through the use of a hand pump, so very old technology. 40.9% of people in urban areas have access to water through the use of piped water into their households via wells, so your more modern plumbing. And then if we look at this next one, this one is very eye-opening. 94% of households in the rural areas and 97.4% of households in urban areas have access to water sources through bottled water, piped water into dwellings, so our indoor plumbing again, piped water into yards, so think of your hydrants, your sprinklers, open land areas, piped water from neighbor, public tap, tube well, hand pump. So there is rainwater collection, private tanker truck, protected springs. So there is a lot of ways to get water in India, but the last figure is really what puts it in perspective. With 51.4% of people in rural areas, so only 51% of people in these rural areas are able to actually get water. So that means that 50% of people don't have access to that clean water. And what we're looking at doing is, according to that survey in India, people in rural areas just do not have access to clean drinking water. And so we want to provide to that other 50% that doesn't have access a cheap, quality product that will help them gain that access to clean drinking water that they currently don't have. India having a huge population, being able to sell to half of that population would be a giant win for our organization. If we look on, move on here and look at how are we going to be different. So we're working on more aggressive ads that are going to be more attractive. With our advertising and our marketing, we want to have better packaging, that the kind of packaging that when you see our product on the store shelf, it grabs your eye, it makes you want to walk over to it and see what this product is all about. Premium housing, just the products we're going to use are going to be premium. We're still able to keep our costs down, but we're giving our customers a quality product. And then the best quality and purification system. Once again, we want to give somebody something, and that's something in a water purifier, a quality product that can last them for a while. The goal here is obviously to operate a business, to make money, to turn a profit, to stay in business. But the other part of that goal is providing clean drinking water to people that really don't have that readily available right now. And so as we look at, so we know what product we want to take to India, we know what we're going to do with it. Now we need to look at the tariff rate. So India right now, for us importing in, has an 8% tariff rate on filters. Now currently, due to COVID-19, India has decreed the temporary elimination of import tariff for some products such as filters. And obviously that's going to be more for the medical company. And so right now, if we look at how we're going to get our stuff in there, India currently maintains its strongest commercial ties with China. They're very special because they share borders. Now, on the other hand, the president of China is committed to getting closer to India and reaching greater trade agreements. And at the present, India and China are really working on that. And so if we're able to do anything with bringing our stuff in from China, it's going to be a huge advantage rather than trying to import it maybe from the States. And so if we look at our pricing plan and we start to look at that versus our competitors, so per unit, we're looking at $6 to make one unit. We're going to recommend that that unit be sold for $25 or $24.99 will be our MSRP, which profits us $19 for every unit sold. And so what that does for us is that helps us reach the lower income people that live in India. We're still able to offer that quality product, and that really makes it easy for us when you compare us to some of the other people already doing it. With our price point, retailers are going to want to work with us because we're going to be able to give them a quality product that leaves them plenty of room to make a markup on themselves so that they can turn a profit. And then if we look at, so what's the potential competition we could be facing? So right now there are a lot of competitors in the industry, mostly because India has a giant population and they don't have good drinking water. Now, if you look at what we're able to offer, and you can kind of see it here on this slide, um, but there's 5 areas of what a water purifier can do. And so first off is portability. Next is reduces chlorine and heavy tastes or odors. The next is removes organic chemicals. The next is removes nitrates, minerals, viruses. And lastly, low income and affordable. And one of the greatest things that we have to offer is we check off all 5 of those boxes. Currently, Lifestraw and Kent are going to be our biggest competitors in India. They have really good advertising and marketing, and they're reputable companies, and we plan on competing with them with 24/7 customer support, 3-day shipping, 1-year warranty, and a 10-day money-back guarantee in the event that our customer is not satisfied with our product. And so if we look now at our competitive parity and advantages, the other thing is we're able to get eligibility for carbon credits from the government because we are providing a life necessity, and we're doing it while being environmentally responsible at the same time. We're very innovative at our company, and we promote nothing but the best quality. Now, if we look at our mode of entry, so there's 3 different ways we could look at approaching the country of India. So we could look at franchising, we could look at greenfield, we could look at the joint venture approach. So franchising, we looked at this a little bit. This really isn't an option for our business because we're not looking at opening something like a McDonald's where you go sell our product. We're just developing the product to sell. We also looked at the greenfield approach, and looking at this also would be very impractical for our business. It's proven that there will be a high fixed cost and a higher risk of not being successful in the future. That's not only looking at that, but looking at barriers to entry and government regulations. So the approach we ultimately decided to go with was the joint venture approach. And we felt like this would be the best because we will partner with a local company, which was Premson Plastics, and we'll already have those existing relationships. They have the distribution channels, kind of that friend on the inside where we're able to make a product that they can add to their catalog. They're able to help us make our product cheaper and distribute it, and so we both win. And so when we look at distribution, this is a little bit of a chart of how that would work. So we start in China, we ship our stuff to India, which comes back to our company. Those are going to be the raw materials where we make the filter. We ship it out to Premson Plastics, and they take care of the rest of distribution for us. And so looking over the logistics of how that would happen, we're looking at working with Premson Plastics already, their existing distribution channels, brand recognition, so on and so forth. And then we will ultimately be looking at getting the raw materials, taking them to our company, building the filter, shipping that over to Premson, and letting them take care of the rest. Looking at our corporate structure, pretty basic. We'll have our chief operating officer that has human resources and sales and marketing reporting to him. Our CEO will have everybody reporting to him, including the chief operating officer and the chief financial officer. He will also have the IT manager, general manager, executive assistant 1 and 2 report to him. And then lastly, we'll have our chief financial officer, which will have the accounting manager report to him. Now, with all of these positions, we'll obviously have more along the way, more workers, things like that. This is just an overview of what our corporate structure will look like. You can see here really quick the benefits we'll have for our expatriates, benefits we want to offer to top management, and lastly, the sources we had for our presentation. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day.